So, good morning everyone. Now today we're going to start new chapter, that is chapter 8, comparing quantities, exercise 8.1, and today I'm going to explain question number 1 and question number 2. So in question number 1 we have find the ratio. So it's very easy. Now one thing which I want to say about the ratio is that you always will be given, that is at least two terms would be given, at least two terms. It's not that only two terms can be given, but at least two terms will be given for ratio. It could be 3 also, it could be 4 also, depends on the question. Now sum number A we have rupees 5 to 50 paise. Now let me write the question first. Rupees 5 to 50 paise. Now one thing very important in ratio case is that when you see the terms are given, you always have to see, the first thing that you have to see is whether these two terms, if the two terms are given, then you will see that if the two terms are having the same unit or not. Same unit or not. See, in the first case it is having rupees sign, but in the second case it is having paisa form. It is in the paisa form. So both are not in the same unit. They are not in the same unit. Okay. So we have to convert to a same unit, or we have to change it to a same unit. So which is greater? Obviously rupees is greater than paisa. So what we'll try is that we'll always try to convert the bigger unit to a smaller unit. So in this case, the bigger unit is rupees and smaller unit is paise. So we'll try to convert the bigger unit. What did I say? Bigger unit to smaller unit. So we will try to change this rupee form to a paise form. So it will look like, that is, we know that 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. We know this. We have learned this in our junior classes, isn't it? So if we have to convert this rupee 5 to a paise form, so now it will look like 500 paise to 50 paise. Okay. Now once you have converted the two terms with equal unit, now it is the time to change this to a ratio form. So now what you will write? Therefore, the required ratio would be equals to 500. You do not have to mention paise this time because both the terms are having the same unit now, by 50. Only thing that now you have to do, you have to check that whether you can reduce these two terms or not. If you can, then definitely you will. So now reduce both the zeros. Now 5 ones are 5, 5 tens are 50. So your required ratio is 10:1. This is how you give your answer in the ratio form, 10:1. Okay. Now let's do question number B. Now question number B, what we have? 15 kg to 210 grams. So 15 kg to 210 grams. So again we see that the two terms are given, but these two terms are not having the same unit. So one is having kg, another is having gram. So now which one is greater unit? Obviously kg is the greater unit. So we'll try to convert this greater unit to a smaller unit, that is in gram form. So as we know that 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. Okay. Now 15 kg would be what? 15,000 grams. Okay, to 210 gram. Now it is the time to change them into the required ratio. So the required ratio would be equals to 15. The first term will be always in the numerator form, and the second term will be in the denominator form. Always remember that. So 15,000 by 210. Now we'll try to reduce this. 0. Now these two numbers can be reduced by 3. So 3 500s are 3 7s are. Now so from here I guess, yes, now we cannot reduce it further. So we'll give the answer as 500 divided by 7. So this is the ratio form. 500 is to 7. So this is the required solution of question number A and B. Now let's move on to sum number C. Now here is question number C. In question number C we have 9 meter to 27 centimeter. Again we see that the two terms are not having the same unit. So the first term is having meter unit and second term is having centimeter unit. So which is a bigger unit? Obviously meter. So 1 meter, we have to change the meter form to a centimeter form. So we know that 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter. Okay. So these are very important information. So 9 meter would be how much centimeter? Obviously 900 centimeter. So 900 centimeter to 27 centimeter. Now both this term are having the same unit. Now we can change it into the ratio form. That is therefore required ratio would be equals to, the first term would be in numerator and the second term would be in the denominator. Now we can reduce these two numbers by 3. So 3 300s are 3 9s are 27. Again we can reduce this with 3 300s are 3 3s are. Now we cannot reduce it further, so we'll write it in the ratio form, that is 100 is to 3. 100 means numerator first, then denominator. 100 is to 3. Okay, now let's do question number D. Now in question number D we have 30 days to 36 hours. 30 days to 36 hours. Now again what we can see that the first term is in day form and the second term is in hour form. So we have to change the day into the hour form. Okay, so that would be what? We know that 1 day is equals to 24 hours. 24 hours, isn't it? So 1 day equals to 24 hours. So 30 days will be how much hours? Oh my god, that means 30 into 24. So we have to multiply. So we have to multiply 24 with 30. So let's multiply with 3 only. 3 4s are 12, 1 3 2s are 6, 72. So 720 hours. So 720 hours to 36 hours. Now both the terms are having the same unit. Now you can find out the ratio, that is required ratio would be equals to 720 by 36. 720 by 36. Now we'll reduce this with 2. So 360, 18. Now again we can reduce this with 2. 180, 9. Now we can reduce this 180 and 9 directly with 9 also. Okay, this is 9 was a 9, 9 20s are. So your required ratio would be 20 is to 1. 20 is to 1. Okay, so now this is a solution of question number C and D of question number 1. Now let's move on to question number 2. So now I'm going to explain question number 2. So what is question number 2? Again I'm going to read out question number 2. So in a computer lab there are 3 computers for every 6 students. Okay, that is 3 computers is used by every 6 students. Now they have asked how many computers will be needed for 24 students. Now the first statement that we'll write is number of computers required. Number of computers required for 6 students, that is equals to 3. Okay, now the next statement, so number of computers will be required for 1 student. That would be what? Less, that is 3 by 6. Okay, now what they have asked, how many computers required for 24 students? Now we'll write therefore number of computers will be required for 24 students. That means if for 1 students we need this amount of computers, then for 24 students obviously we'll need more computers. That means we have to multiply. So 6 1s are 6, 6 4s are 24. That means 12 computers will be needed for 24 students. Okay, I hope all of you have understood this question number 1 and 2. So that's it for today's session. Thank you.